Thus, this far, and did we tell you who's on sign language for this hour? Well, her name is Josephine Kimathi. She will be with us during this hour. Right now, we would like to cross over to the touch screen and get a feel of what your voice has been online on various issues that have been trending for the past 24 hours. Right now, we would like to prioritize hashtag our court, various people reacting to the rejection of the Punguza Mizigo bill by Murang'a County Assembly yesterday. What did you say? And as far as this issue is concerned, well, let's sample your feedback on Twitter, and would like to begin with @WeLDII. I hope I got it right. Now you say hashtag Punguza Mizigo Bill 2019. For those who understand what it means to use words as development units, it will be easier to monitor developments since we can verify what's being done locally. Quite an insight there. Let's move on to the next one. And Atsami says, unfair to reject hashtag Punguza Mizigo Bill before knowing what BBI is all about. Now, at Njoe, you're saying BBI and Punguza Mizigo have some few things that we could merge and come up with better laws. Now, at Mzee_Kaya, this is what you say. It's funny how people suffering over government excesses and wastage see hashtag Punguza Mizigo as if it's just going to only benefit. Wow. All right, Kaya, thank you for that. And at Ojuju, this is what you say. Why are some of these politicians so against the Punguza Mizigo bill? What are they not telling us? A critical question that is being asked there by at Ojuju. And there is that temptation to compare Punguza Mizigo versus BBI. Schools of thought argue that that could be unfair because as of now, we are yet to consume the details and the content of the BBI report as per the steering committee that has been spearheading the sittings across the 47 counties to just get views that will inform the report that will be prepared and tabled by the BBI team. It is not yet clear whether or not it will inform a referendum question. However, as of now, what we can authoritatively reveal to you is that Punguza Mizigo, the bill has been rejected in Murang'a. It has been accepted in Uasin Gishu. It has been thrown out in Kirinyaga County on grounds of a technicality. Right now, let's take you to Chiromo Funeral Parlor. Now, this will be the venue where the post-mortem on top Cohen's remains will be conducted as soon as Sarah Kamotho arrives from the Langata prisons. And we're now joined by Lennox Sengre, who will be giving us a more comprehensive update in as far as this issue is concerned. Lennox.
Well, Sam, we are being told that the post-mortem will have to be delayed a bit, according to the defense lawyer, that is Philip Murgo, who has confirmed that the High Court has ruled that they have the prime suspect in this case, that is Sarah Kamotho, attend this post-mortem exercise. This is a ruling that has been made by Sarah Mutuku, the High Court judge sitting in Milimani today. Now, we will have to wait for this order to be served at the prison's headquarters to really okay Kamotho, that is Sarah Wairimu, to attend this post-mortem exercise today. We have also been briefed by the defense lawyer that the CT scan that was scheduled to be to happen at the Kenyatta National Hospital did happen yesterday night, and they are waiting for the result that is being ferried to this place by Professor Gashie, who will be delivering the results. Remember, the body left Kenyatta National Hospital yesterday night, and we are waiting for that result to be delivered here. Remember, the body also was ferried back to the Chiromo morgue yesterday night. He has also briefed us that he will be waiting for his client to arrive at this point, really to oversee the post-mortem exercise that is supposed to kick off this morning. Remember, it was postponed yesterday to today, bearing in mind that they raised an allegation to have one of the pathologists, that is Dr. Peter Ndegwa, disqualify himself from doing this post-mortem yesterday, bearing in mind that Ndegwa was at the location, that one is Kitusuri in Kabete, last Friday, when the body was recovered at a septic tank. I'm referring to the body of Tob Cohen that was discovered in a septic tank last week Friday. Joining me on set is the victim's lawyer, that is Cliff Ombeta, who will be giving us insight to whether an order that has been given by the High Court judge will affect this post-mortem exercise that is supposed to kick off today. Thank you, Wakili, for creating time. No Will you confirm to us what will really happen now? The court has given a directive that Sarah Kamoto attend this exercise.
Yes, initially the family, we had insisted that we are going to proceed with the post-mortem, whether she is here or not, because there's nothing that was going to prevent us from doing so. But now that there is a High Court order from Justice Stella Mutuku, we must comply. We are officers of the law, so we must advise our clients accordingly, and we must comply. So now the court has said that she must be present. We would not want to scuttle that kind of situation at the moment. So we accept, and we'll wait for her. But we know it will take some time, because by the time they get the order, extract it, serve it, and then take it to the prison authorities where she is being housed at the moment and brought here. Probably we're talking of another 2.5 hours, maybe 3. So we shall wait. And
would you confirm that this will delay this exercise?
It will delay the exercise, because we were supposed to have started by 9:30 this morning. So right now you can see it's already 10:40. So we're already 1 hour behind schedule. So we are talking about maybe 1. That's when we'll be conducting this exercise. And you see, sometimes it's important that people know that some of the exercises that are conducted, like a post-mortem, must be conducted in broad daylight. We need that light so that we can be able to see. You cannot conduct it late into the night, because that means when the moment the light becomes dull, it's imperative that then you must then adjourn or postpone it to the next working day. So it's important that we start this process early.
Wakili, would also confirm that the government chief pathologist is already in the vicinity?
He's in the house, he's already present, and I have seen him, I've met him, Dr. Johansen Odur, and we have spoken. He's ready, he's waiting. He actually was on leave. So for him for the issue that came about when Mr. Murgor, my senior, objected to Mr. Ndegwa being present, they had called Mr. Johansen. He's the chief pathologist and he's the one who has appointed people. And when we insisted then that he might be the one to come, he's acceptable to all of us, he had to just take off from his leave and come. Yes.
There's the victim's lawyer, that is Cliff Ombeta, giving us an insight of what will happen at the Chiromo morgue today. Remember, it's a story that we keep really to keep on our viewers on what is to come. Sam.
Thank you so much, Lennox Sengre, for that report. It appears that we're getting some contradicting reports from Chiromo mortuary. On one hand, Philip Murgo, the lawyer representing Sarah Wairimo, argues that the post-mortem can only begin as soon as Sarah Wairimo arrives at Chiromo. Remember, an order has been granted to have her, at Chiromo mortuary for this particular post-mortem. She is yet to arrive at this venue from Langata Women's Prison. And on the flip side, we've got Cliff Ombeta saying that it will actually go on whether or not Sarah Kamotho is there. What exactly will be the position? That is the answer we shall be giving you during our next link with Lennox Sengre. Now let's take you back to Kitui County and bring in our team that is joining us live from that venue. Remember, Senate Mashinani has been ongoing for the better part of this week, and Daniel Kariuki did tell us that today we will have the County Public Accounts and Investments Committee having a sitting with Machakos County Governor, that is Alfred Mutua. It appears the session has begun, so let's cross over and listen in.
Sergeant at Arms, could you confirm whether Machakos County is around and whether they are ready to come in for this session? So so as the Sergeant at Arms goes out to find the governor for Machakos, we'll give them just a minute, because the governor for Machakos was meant to appear before this committee at 9:30. It is 1 hour down the line. And we cannot waste public resources, national resources, coming to sit in coming to sit in Kitui, or only to be kept waiting by a governor. It would appear that we don't have a delegation from Machakos. Now, I want to ask the clerk of the Senate, have we received any correspondence from Machakos County with regards to today's sitting?
Chairman, last evening we received a letter from Machakos County.
Let's be clear. Last evening was when? Yesterday?
Yesterday, 17th.
But our invitation to Machakos County is dated 28th of June, 2019.
Yes, Chairman.
Okay, so what is the content of that correspondence from Machakos?
Yes, the letter is...
appears that there is an issue in Kitui, and the chair of the County Public Accounts and Investment Committee would like to understand whether or not the Machakos County government has arrived in Kitui for that sitting with that select committee. As we continue getting details for you in as far as that story is concerned, let's now take you to Kisumu County and listen in to Onyango Olo.
From the party, and the party has not communicated that to me or to any member of the assembly. I want you to treat that with the contempt that it deserves. I am clean, I'm innocent until proven guilty. That date that the court may prove me guilty over the Lake Basin Development Authority Mall, honorable members, I would not burden the people of Kisumu even an inch with insisting on holding that office. For today, I am innocent until proven guilty, number one. Number two, the court did not bar me from coming to the County Assembly of Kisumu. Number three, let it be known that that very court barred other people from going to Lake Basin Development Authority. Number four, you as well know that the allegations that were being bundled all over the media when we went to court, none of them was appearing. That matter is in court, so I'm not going to address it in details, but I want to tell you that if the honorable members of the Kisumu County Assembly are serious that they do not want me to serve them as their speaker, two things they must address. Number one, they must address the issue of bringing a proper notice of motion of impeachment and serve me properly so that I am able to defend myself before the honorable members. If they get the numbers necessary to impeach me, I will honorably step aside for the sake of our great party, ODM. Until that is done, what they are doing are mere shenanigans that have got no place in the future of our politics and in the modern world of parliamentary democracy. As I finish, honorable members, I know you know very well that the problems and miseries that have bedeviled me in the last few days are because of the current office that I am occupying. I seem to have stepped on some very delicate toes in the course of budget making and in the course of defending the people of Kisumu County. So finally, if they want me to step aside, it must be in consonance with the general will of the people of Kisumu County, and I will not, and I repeat, burden them with insisting to occupy that office. For the time being, honorable members, I will do whatever it takes to defend my liberties and rights as a citizen of this country and a member of this planet, to ensure that that which is rightfully mine is not taken away from me. For those of you who remember this song, Gimora mora manyasayo miya kanawe. Gimora mora mamulo miya kanawe nijachien. Whatever I was given by my party, whatever I was given by Raila Amolo Odinga, whatever I was given by the people of Kisumu City, I will not leave it to the devil. And it does not take more than a 1 minute call. Actually, Raila Odinga would just summon me. And I will say, yes, Baba, I'll be there in the next 1 hour. I will board the next flight and I will step aside. I am being accused of issues here. They have not raised a single thing concerning me. I want to leave it at that so that we take questions if possible. But before that, there is my deputy speaker who was unprocedurally ejected from the chair. He will have a word to say. We have the chair of the budget here. Judy will have a word to say, and a few MCs were here. But I want you to know that the current occupant of that seat, Mr. Oraro, is in that office illegally. The Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, the County Government Act, the standing orders of our assembly do not recognize a position known as an acting speaker. When the speaker is absent, his deputy assumes responsibility. They ejected my deputy because they knew he was going to insist on strict adherence to the law. Then they have overhauled all the committees illegally without following the standing order. It is that fear that we are going to correct those issues that have now made them turn to an orthodox means of blocking me from my office. Welcome, Bwana Deputy Speaker.
Wananchi wote amjambo. Good afternoon. We are saying this equivocally, that today as a people who are united by one voice of reason, that we are not going to allow any intimidation, whichever way it comes from. Today we accompanied our speaker to the County Assembly of Kisumu, and a few rogue police officers decided to stop us. But we are saying as a people that the march has just begun. We are not going to stop it there because we cannot allow any illegality.
We've heard from the County Assembly Speaker, Kisumu County, that is Onyango Olo, and currently speaking is Kajuju Ward MCA, who doubles up as the Deputy Speaker, Kisumu County Assembly, that is Roy Samo. Both are reacting to what has been happening for the better part of this morning in Kisumu County, as there was a fracas when Onyango Olo attempted to access the County Assembly of Kisumu, and of course it had to take the intervention of anti-riot police to disperse rowdy youths that had gathered at that particular venue. It is a story that Baraka Karama will keep following up for us right here on the show, and we will give you more details as and when we get them. Now, right now, would like to cross over to Nyeri County and have a conversation with the County Speaker of Nyeri County Assembly, that is John Kagushia. He's joining us live, and there he is. Honorable Kagushia, thank you so much for joining us. And first and foremost, what do you make of the ranking that Nyeri achieved in the All Advisors report that was released yesterday?
Thank you very much, Mr. Njoroge. I think as a Nyeri, as a county, we are moving forward because we seem to be making progress on every aspect of ranking that happens from what we have been having early on. You will recall that very recently on a World Bank report, we were ranked number 2 in terms of efficiency and in terms of timeliness in how we implemented all the monies which came from the World Bank project, and of course the KDSP and other areas of progress in this county. And now yesterday again we saw ourselves being ranked as number 16, coming again all the way from number 47, because the other ranking that we were ranked number 2. We were ranked number 47 in the previous ranking in the previous government, and this time we were ranked number 2. This one now again we had been ranked number 47. Now we have been ranked number 16, and I expect that as we move forward, we will be ranked well in the top 10 counties in the country. So it means that in all aspects of our county there is positive progress, and that is something that we all celebrate. We all believe that it is because of the right attitude that we have adopted as a county. It's because of the cooperative attitude and approach that we have adopted as a county. And of course, we say that everything rises and falls on leadership. We know that we are giving this county the correct and proper leadership, and we believe that we are not doing any guesswork. And I am sure in the fullness of time, any Nyeri County resident will appreciate what they will see and what will be happening in this county.
Talk about the Kenya Devolution Support Program, and that was the ranking that was done by the World Bank in April this year. Now, as a result, you were to benefit from some funding by the World Bank to conduct some development projects in Nyeri. Has that happened so far?
Yes, Njoroge, that has happened. The money has been released to us, and we have already launched. About 2 weeks ago, we did launch a project where we are doing a level 4 hospital in Arumoro, in Kieni constituency, that is Kieni East. And this hospital now, as we are talking, is at the lintel level. And I want to believe that in the next 2 weeks or so, we will be putting the first slab on this multi-storied hospital that is going to cost well over 350 million Kenya shillings. And as we talk now, we already have over 250 million. That is including the 30 million that had been allocated in our budget in the county. And so we as a county are feeling very happy that because of this exemplary performance, we are now going to have a full level 4 hospital, which is going to have the state-of-the-art technology that is going to help our people in getting even better healthcare in Kieni area, where we have never had a hospital before. So we are very proud and we are very happy as a county that this is happening in this leadership.
A move you made a couple of months ago to shift the Matatu terminus from where it is to another location. What has been the development in as far as that issue is concerned?
Thank you very much. Again, now this is another funding which is coming from the Kenya Urban Support Program. And this is also donor funding. And so as we were having delays with the national government release of funds, these donor funded activities were still going on on the ground. And as we are talking now, the stage has not been moved as yet, but what we have done is that the groundbreaking was done and all the contractors are on site at the agent quarters, and very good work is already going on. We have contractors who have already done their foundation, and they have already now started building the new terminus. And of course, you know, apart from the terminus, we're also going to have something like a business center where we're also going to be moving a lot of the people who have clogged the town. They will be now having an opportunity to have well-established stalls in this new terminus, where then we are going to decongest the central business district of Nyeri County. And this is going to be a very big move forward, because it's something that has been attempted for many years and it has never happened. And so we are happy that this work is now progressing. We have the contractors on site, and when you go there, you find that a lot of activities are taking place. In fact, it's now a beehive of activities in the area where this construction is going on.
Bwana Kagushia, we've seen other counties fall to the temptation of increasing levies and rates to fund the operations of county governments. Has this been the situation in Nyeri?
Now, what we have done is, as we talk, we are doing the finance bill, which we had public participation last week. And at the county, we have tried as much as possible to retain all the rates at the correct, or rather at the previous levels. But there are a few areas that there were proposals to have an increment, and these were about like 3 areas. And of course, when we were doing the public participation, the members of the public, particularly members who are from those sectors, came out very strongly to request the county assembly to reconsider such kind of a move. And we agreed with them that we are going to have a memorandum from them, which they did. the three subsectors, and we have received those memorandums, and tomorrow, Thursday, we will be sitting to review what they have given us. And on Monday, we are going to engage the public again so that we can have these members of the public who have raised these memorandums discussing with us and agreeing with us how much, if at all, we are going to add is necessary. And then, of course, we expect that the CEC Finance will also be providing information to the public on the reasons and every research that has been done to support any increment on any sector, because I know the main sectors that were affected were mainly in the issue of parking areas and the issues of alcohol and beverages sales, and mainly those are the areas, and we expect that we will be having a discussion. But at the end of the day, I believe that we'll be able to come to a consensus, because as a county assembly, we are truly ready and willing to listen to the public, so that then we can be able to balance the need from the executive to increase any amounts of rates, and also what the public can be able to afford. And also particularly, the public is very keen on getting services, so we also want to understand from them, do they think they get services which are commensurate to the rates that they are paying? So we are very keen on that, so that we can also be able to push the executive to be able to provide those kind of services.
Bwana Kagusha, last but not least, we saw the president yesterday sign into law the Division of Revenue Allocation Bill 2019-2020, despite, concerns that an amendment or amendments were sneaked in by the National Assembly. But from a general point of view, what does that mean now for you at the county?
No, first of all, I would say that this division of revenue bill has truly been bulldozed to the devolution sector, and that ought not to have been the case. It ought to have been an issue of agreeing on what is going to be released and what is necessary, or what is the right division of revenue between the national government and the county government. Nevertheless, we have seen the Senate, of course, giving in. And we know that the Supreme Court has still instructed the mediation committee to provide the details and the agreements that they actually, or the mediated possession that was done. So we expect that will be given to the Supreme Court. But as we talk now, 50 billion has been released to the counties, and I dare say this 50 billion which has been released is presumably the amount that should be catering for the last 3 months that the county governments have not had any funds released to them, because they have been running on debts. Now, if you look at the 316 that was supposed to be released for the whole year, or that is supposed to be released in the whole year, what then did we need to have released for the first 3 months? It actually ought to have been 79 billion and not 50 billion. And if 79 billion is what was to be released, then it means what has been released is 63% of what was required. What does that then mean to the county government? It means that the county government cannot still be able to achieve 100% absorption rate as it ought to be the case. So you will find that by the time you are finishing the year, the county assembly, the county government have only been able to absorb less than 60% of the funds that are provided. Why? Because even by the time you are finishing the year, you find that there's still some money which has not been released to the county government. And also that money which is not released, or released almost to the deadline, is not absorbable in the county government at that particular time. So you find county governments continue to underperform, not sometimes because they are not working as hard, but sometimes because the funds are also not released in good time. And of course, that also has an impact to the contractors and suppliers who supply services to the county government. So what I would want to urge the national government, just like the way we prioritize the issue of repayments of loans that we have borrowed, it is also important that we prioritize releasing sufficient funds to the county government so that they can be able to roll out the development plans in the counties. Because if you give money, for example, 50 billion, which is generally going to cater for only recurrent for the last 3 months, then what are you saying about development, which was also supposed to be taking place within the same period of time? Are county governments really going to perform? Is this not killing devolution in our country? So I would believe that there is need to systematically and seriously relook at the issue of devolution and how it is getting support from the whole system of government.
Thank you so much, John Kagushia, for the interaction that we've had with you right here on the Daily Brief. That is the County Assembly Speaker, Nyeri County. That is John Kagushia, who's been shedding light on a few issues that have been affecting Nyeri as a county as well as devolution as a whole. Would like to take a break right now, but before we do, we appreciate your feedback. And I'll just like to take one here before we go for a break. This is in relation to Top Cohen's post